Let's read the developer update March 2025. Status effect updates. Mending actions. Minor update. Change. Decreased self-mending time to 10 seconds was 12. Change. Decreased altruistic mending time to 6 seconds was 8. We know that Deep Wound can be a frustrating mechanic to come up against as it slows down the pace of the game for survivors. By reducing mending times, we hope to reduce this friction slightly. We want players to feel the urgency of triaging this status fast, but once they make the choice to act, we don't want them to feel pulled away from the game for too long. Legion mains are in shambles. They are crumbling. Killer updates. Oh, speak of the devil. The Legion. Change. Decreased fatigue time to 2.5 seconds was 3. Increased fatigue move speed to 2.3 meters per second was 2.07. Feral Frenzy lasts for 11 seconds was 10. Feral Frenzy cooldown is now 15 seconds was 20. Movement speed earned by hits during Feral Frenzy is now 0.24 was 0.20. Adjusted several add-ons. To account for reduced mending times, we've adjusted Legion's kit to ease the downtime between power uses. By extending Feral Frenzy and adjusting its cooldown and movement bonus, the goal is to provide Legion with a slight buff to their ramp up as they weaken survivors, giving them more opportunities to lean on their mobility. Then, with the adjustments to fatigue, they'll be able to get back into chases quicker after Feral Frenzy ends, to better close the deal. These changes will make Legion feel more of an active and mobile threat, reducing their reliance on a more passive status effect. We'll see how it plays out, I guess. The Xenomorph! Minor update. Increased tail attack charge time to 0.3 seconds was 0.2. Increased tail attack charge sound volume for survivors. Reduced missed attack cooldown to 2.5 seconds was 3. Increased killer instinct range when exiting a tunnel to 16 meters was 12 meters. Wow. Decrease the time it takes to get out of the tunnel to 1.5 seconds was 2.25. Increase the amount of fire needed to burn the Xenomorph out of crawler mode to 175 was 100. No! 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 I'm the only one who puts turrets up! I play solo queue! What? No! Increase delay before the Xenomorph's heat starts to dissipate was... to dissipate to 15 seconds was 1. Decrease the Xenomorph's heat dissipation rate to 2 seconds was 25. Adjusted several add-ons to align with these changes. In its current state, Xenomorph's tail attack tends to be a little too difficult to dodge with a short window between wind-up and attack. To give survivors more of a chance to anticipate and react to it, we've adjusted its charge time and made the wind-up louder. To balance this out, we've reduced the cooldown on misses so Xenomorph can keep pressure up. We've also found that turret impact can be inconsistent, providing huge value at high skill levels and being very ineffective at lower levels. Rather than having turrets act as an immediate threat that dissipates slowly, heat buildup will remain for longer. This should help give a little more value to smaller bursts of heat that aren't enough to knock Xenomorph out of crawler mode, as weaker turret placements can still build up over time. To ensure this sustained heat isn't too punishing, we balanced it with a higher heat threshold for Xenomorph. We also did a pass on Xenomorph's add-ons to buff some of its weaker, less used ones while realigning some turret-based add-ons to fit with the above changes. I still feel like I'm the only one who puts up turrets in solo queue, so it's still like... but maybe other people have different experiences. The Good Guy! Minor update. Reduced Hidey-Ho mode cooldown to 12 seconds was 14. Reduced time to reach max speed after scamper. Okay, we know that the Good Guy's utility in mobility and chases has historically been one of his core draws. While recent changes have made him less oppressive at lower MMR ranks, we've made some adjustments to help him get back up in action quicker and improve movement feel, particularly accelerating back up to speed quicker after the scamper animation ends. Terror radius adjustments! Increase Hillbilly's terror radius to 40 was 32. Increase Blight's terror radius to 40 was 32. Decrease the Pig's terror radius to 24 was 32. Decrease Ghostface's terror radius to 24. Decrease Gold Merchant's terror radius to 24. Oh my. We've adjusted several killer terror radius to better fit with their intended playstyles. Killer with high mobility that can zip across the map at high speeds have had their radiuses Killers with high mobility that can zip across the map at high speeds have had their Killers with high mobility that can zip across the map at high speed have had their radiuses increased to give survivors a greater chance to react to their approach. We've also reduced the radiuses for stealthy killers to better fit their playstyles. The Skull Merchant is a slight outlier here. While she can gain undetectable by deploying a drone, we felt she could still benefit from added stealth support. New features! Match surrender option. New. If one of the following conditions is met, the surrender option will become available on the match detail screen. When all remaining survivors are bots, the killer can surrender without a disconnection penalty. This happens to me on Huntress sometimes, so... When no generator has been completed for 10 consecutive minutes, the killer can surrender without a disconnection penalty. So they still get their blood points, right? I'll keep reading. When all other remaining survivors are bots, the survivor can surrender without a disconnection penalty. When all survivors are in the dying state, the survivor can surrender without a disconnection penalty. Okay. Death Note, we know it can be frustrating to find yourself in a scenario that's unwinnable when you would rather move on. To address these scenarios, as well as cases where the opposing side has been fully replaced by bots, we've added a match surrender option. We're currently targeting the most disruptive cases, but we'll continue to monitor player behavior to identify if there are other further opportunities for expanding on this option. And for all you plot twisters out there, we see you. This will not trigger a surrender option. Forsaken Boneyard Realm Expansion. New. Expanded the Forsaken Boneyard realm with a shack-focused map. New. Updated the existing map tiles to improve navigation. Death Note, we're expanding on the Forsaken Boneyard realm and map pool with a new map layout with the killer shack at its center. Specifically, we've heard your feedback that Area of Crows can be difficult to navigate at times thanks to collision with certain aesthetic elements. We've opted to remove the large bunches... We've opted to remove the large bunches of branches from map tiles on this shack map, while also introducing the double palette tiles that we hope will add some exciting new loop possibilities. Yeah! Frick those twigs! Yeah! Perk updates. Survivor perks. Quick and quiet. Change. Decrease the cooldown to 25, 20, 15 seconds was 30, 25, 20. Hi, Melon Cat. Deception. Increase the time during which you leave no scratch marks to 5 seconds was 3. Change. Decrease the cooldown to 15 seconds from 20. Dance with me. Increase the time during which you leave no scratch marks to 5 seconds was 3. Decrease the cooldown to 15 seconds was 20. Red herring. Decrease the minimum number generator time needed to trigger this perk to 1 second was 3. Why? Killer perks. Knockout. Change. When a survivor drops a pallet, if they move 6 meters away from it within 6 seconds, they gain 5% hindered for 5 seconds. Is there a cooldown? Wait, is there a cooldown? Knockout is a perk that's associated with slugging, leading to some particularly unfun game styles. We're looking to make changes to this perk while keeping it useful for killers. The cooldown is the pallet. I guess. Alien Instinct. Change. Increase the aura reveal duration to 8 seconds was 5. Increase the duration of Oblivious to 60 seconds was 20. Okay. Hysteria. Increase the duration of Oblivious to 40 seconds was 30. Change. Decrease the cooldown to 20 seconds was 30. Deathbound. Change. Shorten the range at which this perk activated to 4 meters was 8. Nemesis. Change. Increase the aura reveal duration to 8 seconds was 4. Similar to the above, we identified some killer perks that have also been underperforming, boasting lower picks and kill rates. We've adjusted their values to help increase their viability and more specialized perk builds. Okay, overall, like, most of the stuff sounds good to me, right? Most of this sounds good. It just feels a little bit weird. I have to see Xenomorph. Okay, first I have to see Xenomorph in action. The heat, like, dissipates slower, so, like, if your teammates put up a shitty turret, then, like, it stays a bit longer, and maybe if you make it to a good turret, they actually get burned out of their power. But I don't know, guys. In a lot of games, I'm the only one who puts up turrets. Like, it is literally only me putting up turrets. So having this, like, increase feels like it's going to be kind of rough. And I have to see the add-on changes. Chucky, fine, whatever. Legion, whatever, fine. Mending, whatever, fine. Terradius, this is actually kind of cool. I like that these stealth killers are going to have a smaller Terradius. That, like, adds more opportunity for fun play. And yeah, them having a bigger Terradius makes sense. Knockout not having a cooldown. The increased amount of fire needed to burn Xenomorph at a crawler mode. Those are my two concerns. Otherwise, I think this looks good.